Bertha, a woman whose laugh could curdle milk and whose fashion sense was best described as boldly clashing, decided that her lifelong dream of becoming a competitive napper was finally within reach. She'd spent years honing her craft, perfecting the art of falling asleep anywhere, anytime, at the DMV during her nephew's tuba recital, even mid-sentence during a particularly dull work meeting. The annual Somnolent Slam was held in a dimly lit community hall, filled with an air of profound, almost religious quiet. Competitors were arranged on an assortment of beanbags, futons, and one suspiciously lumpy pile of old sweaters. Bertha, dressed in a neon green tracksuit that hummed faintly under the fluorescent lights, surveyed her rivals. There was Reginald, a man who snored like a freight train, and Penelope, whose delicate snores sounded like a kitten purring. Bertha knew she had to transcend mere napping. She had to perform napping. The whistle blew, signaling the start of the competition. Reginald immediately launched into a rumbling crescendo, vibrating the very floorboards. Penelope offered a few dainty mews and settled into a peaceful slumber. Bertha, however, remained wide awake. The pressure. The sheer, unadulterated pressure of having to nap. Her eyelids twitched. Her mind raced with thoughts of unpaid bills and that one embarrassing time she tripped over a small dog. Just as panic began to set in, a fly, a particularly large and persistent fly, landed squarely on her nose. Bertha, in a desperate, unthinking move, snorted. It was a snort of epic proportions, a snort that echoed through the hallowed halls of the Somnolent Slam. It sounded like a startled warthog mixed with a malfunctioning vacuum cleaner. The other competitors jolted awake, some gasping, some muttering incoherently. Reginald's snoring ceased mid-rumble, leaving an unsettling silence. Penelope, startled, let out a tiny, high-pitched shriek. Bertha, mortified, sat up bright red. I apologize, she stammered. There was a fly. The head judge, a stern woman with a clipboard and an expression that suggested she hadn't slept since the invention of electricity, slowly raised an eyebrow. "Ms. Higgins," she intoned, "while your unique vocalization certainly woke your fellow competitors, it also, I must admit, demonstrated an unparalleled ability to disrupt the very fabric of slumber itself." Bertha blinked. "So, I'm disqualified?" The judge paused, a flicker of something almost resembling a smile crossing her lips. "On the contrary, Ms. Higgins, you have inadvertently invented a new category, most disruptive awakening. And for that, I believe a special commendation is in order." Bertha didn't win the Somnolent Slam.